Imagine you have a robotic arm that can move in precise ways. G-code and M-code are the languages you use to communicate with this arm. In the world of 3D printing, this robotic arm is your 3D printer. And these codes tell it exactly what to do, layer by layer, to create your desired object. G-code, short for geometric code, controls the movements of the printer's extruder. It dictates where the extruder goes, how fast it moves, and when to extrude plastic. Think of it as the choreographer of your 3D print, guiding the extruder's every step. M-code, or machine code, handles the auxiliary functions of your 3D printer. This includes tasks such as setting the temperature of the extruder and the heated bed, controlling the cooling fan, and much more. M-code ensures the printing environment is just right for your object to materialize flawlessly. Together, G-code and M-code form the backbone of 3D printing instructions. Understanding these codes empowers you to not only print pre-designed models but also to troubleshoot issues, customize prints, and even design your own creations from scratch. G-code is the language that brings your 3D designs to life. It acts as a set of coordinates and instructions, guiding the printer's extruder to build your object layer by layer. Each line of G-code represents a specific action for the printer to perform. Imagine drawing a square. In G-code, you would instruct the printer to move to a starting point, then move in a straight line for a specific distance, turn 90 degrees, move again, and so on, until the square is complete. This process is repeated for every layer of your 3D model, with the G-code precisely controlling the extruder's path and extrusion rate. G-code commands use a standardized format, making them universally understood by most 3D printers. This means you can create a design on one software, generate G-code, and print it on a completely different printer, as long as they both understand the same G-code dialect. By controlling the movement and extrusion of the printer, G-code dictates the final shape, size, and precision of your 3D printed object. It's the foundation upon which your 3D printing creations are built. While G-code dictates the movements of your 3D printer, M-code takes care of the behind-the-scenes tasks that are essential for successful printing. These commands control various aspects of your printer's functionality. One of the most critical functions of M-code is temperature control. M-code commands tell your printer to heat up the extruder to the precise temperature required to melt your filament. It also controls the heated bed, ensuring that the printed layers adhere properly and prevent warping. But M-code does more than just manage heat. It can control the cooling fan, which helps to solidify the extruded plastic quickly and prevent drooping or stringing. Some M-code commands can even control advanced functionalities like switching tools on multi-extruder setups or engaging self-leveling routines. By mastering M-code, you gain granular control over your printing environment, allowing you to fine-tune settings for different filaments and achieve optimal printing results. Let's dive into some common G-code commands that you'll encounter in the world of 3D printing. E0, Rapid Move. This command tells the printer to move as quickly as possible to a specified coordinate without extruding any filament. It's typically used for non-printing movements like moving between different parts of the print bed. G1, Linear Interpolation. This is the workhorse of G-code, instructing the printer to move in a straight line from its current position to a new coordinate while extruding plastic at a defined rate. G28, Home Axis. This command sends the printer back to its home position, which is typically a predefined corner or edge of the print bed. This is often the first command in a G-code file. G90, Absolute Positioning. This command sets the coordinate system to absolute mode. In this mode, all coordinates are interpreted as absolute positions relative to the origin, 0, 0, 0. G91, Incremental Positioning. This command sets the coordinate system to incremental mode. In this mode, coordinates are interpreted as movements relative to the printer's current position. These are just a few examples of the many G-code commands available. Understanding these basic commands gives you a good starting point for interpreting and even modifying G-code files to customize your prints. Section 5. Common M-code commands and their functions. M-code commands, though often shorter than G-code commands, play a crucial role in controlling your 3D printer's environment and auxiliary functions. Here are some essential M-code commands. M104, Set Extruder Temperature. This command sets the target temperature for the extruder. For example, sets the extruder temperature to 190 degrees Celsius. M140, set bed temperature. Similar to M104, this command sets the target temperature for the heated bed. For example, sets the bed temperature to 60 degrees Celsius. M106, fan 1. This command turns on the cooling fan, which is essential for cooling down the extruded plastic and achieving good layer adhesion. M107, fan off. As you might expect, this command turns off the cooling fan. M109, set extruder temperature and weight. This command sets the target extruder temperature and waits for it to be reached before proceeding to the next command. This is useful to ensure the extruder is at the correct temperature before starting to print. By understanding these M-code commands, you can fine-tune your printing temperature, control the cooling fan, and ultimately achieve higher quality prints. Section 6. Troubleshooting common G-code and M-code errors. Even seasoned 3D printing enthusiasts encounter G-code and M-code errors from time to time. Here are some common errors and how to troubleshoot them. Extruder not extruding. This could be due to a clogged nozzle, incorrect extruder temperature, or a filament feed issue. Check for blockages in the nozzle. Ensure the extruder is heated to the correct temperature for your filament, and verify that the filament is loaded and feeding properly. Poor layer adhesion. This can result in prints that easily break apart. Ensure the bed is leveled correctly, the bed temperature is appropriate for your filament, and consider using a build surface like blue tape or a glue stick to improve adhesion, stringing or oozing. If you see thin strings of plastic between printed parts, your extruder temperature might be too high. Try lowering the extruder temperature by 5 to 10 degrees Celsius. You can also adjust retraction settings in your slicing software to reduce oozing. Warping. Warping occurs when the printed object lifts or curls at the edges. Ensure your bed is leveled properly and your bed temperature is appropriate for your chosen filament. Using a brim or raft can also help to prevent warping. Unexplained printer movements. This could indicate corrupted G-code. Try reslicing your model or checking your G-code file for any errors or inconsistencies. By familiarizing yourself with these common issues and their solutions, you'll be well equipped to diagnose and fix problems that arise during your 3D printing adventures. Section 7. Tips for writing efficient G-code. While most 3D printing software generates G-code automatically, understanding how to write efficient code can optimize your prints and minimize printing time. Here are some tips for crafting streamlined G-code. Minimize travel moves. Reduce the distance the extruder travels without extruding to save time. Optimize your print layout to group similar features together. Use appropriate feed rates. Adjust the feed rate, the speed at which the extruder moves while extruding, based on the type of feature being printed. For example, intricate details might require a slower feed rate for better accuracy. Optimize extrusion settings. Fine-tune the amount of plastic extruded to achieve the desired flow and prevent over-extrusion or under-extrusion. Calibrate your extruder steps to ensure accurate extrusion. Comment your code. Just like any other programming language, adding comments to your G-code can help you understand and modify it later. Use descriptive comments to explain the purpose of different sections of your code. Test and iterate. Don't be afraid to experiment with different G-code settings to find what works best for your printer and filament. Print test cubes or other small objects to fine-tune your parameters. By following these tips, you can write cleaner, more efficient G-code that results in faster prints and higher quality results. Section 8. The power of mastering G-code and M-code. Mastering G-code and M-code unlocks a world of possibilities in 3D printing. It empowers you to move beyond simply printing pre-designed models and delve into the realm of customization, troubleshooting, and even 3D printing design. Understanding these codes allows you to troubleshoot printing issues. When problems arise, you'll be equipped to decipher the language of your printer and identify the root cause of the issue. Customize print settings. Fine-tune parameters like temperature, speed, and retraction to optimize your prints for specific filaments and achieve desired results. Design your own 3D models. With a solid grasp of G-code, you can create your own 3D models from scratch, pushing the boundaries of your creativity. Repair and modify existing G-code. Edit existing G-code files to repair errors, add features, or customize designs to your exact specifications. Gain a deeper understanding of 3D printing. Knowing the language of your printer gives you a deeper appreciation for the intricacies of the 3D printing process. By investing the time to learn G-code and M-code, you gain invaluable skills that will undoubtedly enhance your 3D printing journey. Section 9. Conclusion. G-code and M-code are the unsung heroes of the 3D printing world. These seemingly cryptic lines of code breathe life into your digital designs, transforming them into tangible objects. While 3D printing software often handles code generation automatically, understanding the fundamentals of G-code and M-code empowers you to troubleshoot problems, customize prints, and unlock the full potential of your 3D printer. So embrace the power of these coding languages. Dive in, experiment, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. The knowledge and skills you gain will undoubtedly elevate your 3D printing adventures to new heights.